Holy Jesus. What is that? What the f*** is that? What is that, Private Pile?
That's a long rod, big bore Vitos 240 kit for a blaster.
Ooh. Ah.
Want you guys to keep in mind that this thing was a runner when it was pulled out of the quad. Yep. Came out of the quad running. We're going to be ripping it down, doing a complete big bore kit for it. Oh.
Ew. Brother, ew. What's that?
Absolutely busted. The pieces apparently fired out the exhaust because they're not in the bottom end. Wrist pin bearing is smoked. Bottom rod bearing is smoked. Yep. It was due for a build. So now we've got a Vitos 240 big bore kit with brand new crank going in there. We're going to knock this thing apart, strip it all down. We've got quite a few blaster motors to put together. So we're going to take a couple of pieces out of here, a couple of pieces out of there. For other motors, we've got good pieces going in this one, all nice and new, brand new, big long rod crank, big bore top end. We did end up doing some port work on the cylinder. I was not happy with how the casting lined up with the port windows and pretty much how the casting was in general. So I went back in, cleaned everything up, port matched all the windows, got everything a lot better. We've got a nice quick unboxing with the crank, the cylinder, the head, everything all nice up close. You get to see what the ports and everything look like. That's going to be further on in the video. Right now, we've got to get this motor ripped down and ready to be put back together. We've got over 1,000 videos on the channel. You like this kind of content? We've got build videos, ride videos, how-to videos. Hit that subscribe button. Comments are always welcome and appreciated. You got questions, want to know something? Go ahead and ask. I will do my best to answer the questions to the best of my ability. Really appreciate the channel members that we've got, all the subscribers that we got, and the people that comment all the time. You guys help the channel out the most. Videos go out to more people the longer you watch, so watch these videos as long as you can. Really appreciate it. We've got boxes and boxes of parts to go into this motor. Lots and lots of new stuff. End of the video, you get to see the whole stack of cases and top ends and stuff that I've got that need to be put together. Some of the cases need to be repaired. Lots of work ahead of me. We've also got 4 other cylinder heads that need to be done. Got valves to do. We've got CRF 250 that's going together. Couple of big reds. Big citrus getting redone. That video, the frame repair is already up. Engine build will be going up after the motor's done. Got a lot of cleaning to do on that thing. All right, nice, pretty, brand spanking new big bore air-cooled cylinder head. Everything's packed up really nice and tight. Came with a little spacer plate. If we wanted to run pump gas, we put the spacer plate underneath the cylinder to remove some of the compression. If we want to run race gas, take the plate out. As you can see, the ports are kind of really raw cast. They need to be worked. Get in here with flashlight and show you how bad some of these windows are. Some of them have a hell of a step on them. So we go in there and clean things up. Do what we do and work our magic on this cylinder. Now, when it comes to porting, we offer 3 different porting styles. We've got the cheapy, just clean it up, get rid of the casting marks, and get a little bit better flow. We've got the mid-range, which goes in pretty much ups from the bottom end to the top end. We go in, we clean things up, we open things up just a little bit. We make the ports wider, not taller. Get a little bit more flow. We make sure everything is nice and smooth. Now, the intake, you want to be a little bit rough. The exhaust, you can bring down to a mirror polish. Granted, it won't stay a mirror polish being a 2-stroke, but it will keep really, really good flow. The object of the game is to get in there and get rid of all of the flaws. Clean up the flaws, open things up a little bit, and let her flow like she needs to. And then we've got the race porting, where we go in and pretty much hog waller the whole thing out. We will blow those holes nice so that they flow really well. Everything's got good angles, good approaches, perfect flow. Everything matches up nice. There's no rolling or anything because it hits a bump or a wall or anything. Get in there and really make these things sing. Now, when you do the top end port work like that, you do lose a little bit of bottom end. That just kind of goes with the give and take. You're taking from the bottom, you're giving to the top. It's really good when you can actually upsize the carburetor because you need the extra airflow. Very helpful. Port work is definitely a critical aspect to motor building if you want to get the amount of performance out of the motor that it can deliver. People can go in there and you can screw up port work. It's kind of hard to do, but you can go in there and do too much or cut in the wrong places. So you really got to know what you're doing, how you're doing it, and where you're doing it to. Now, I've got the advantage that I was taught by some absolutely amazing engine builders in the mid-90s. They sat me down in front of a flow bench. They gave me a pile of cylinders. They started out with 2 strokes. They said, cut some, put it on the bench, see what happens. Cut some, put it on the bench, see what happens. So I got to develop my own style of porting a long time ago, and it's worked out really well since then. We also did get to play with some 4-stroke stuff, so I also learned the tricks and neat little quirks that you can do with 4-stroke cylinders also. So yeah, it's been quite a lot of fun being an engine builder because you take something that's designed to have so much horsepower, and with a little cut here and a little cut there and little tweaks here and there, you can get absolutely amazing performance and horsepower out of some of these bikes. Some engines are really limited on how much performance they can have. Other ones have a lot more headroom where you can get so much horsepower out of them with just a little bit of tweaks because they were just poorly manufactured to start with. Castings on these cylinders is a big deal because if it's a really rough casting, it's not going to flow that well. Yeah, you just saw me use a hammer on there. A little bit of a burr on the output shaft where the sprocket goes on, kind of hung up on the bearing a little bit. So a little tap of love and get it all back together. No big deal. Put the shift drum in place. Get the shift forks and everything all lined up. We got all kinds of different videos on how to build these engines. Sometimes there's some weird quirks that come along with each engine build, so we record them. We'll give you guys a good voiceover over it. You get to see what's going on with the engines. If you're working on an engine like this or something like that, it might show you something you missed, something to look at, show you, yep, I'm having a problem with that too. It's not just you, it's just the design of the engine. I am not super familiar with blaster engines. I've got very limited knowledge and experience with them. So these videos are to help me, and it helps you guys, because if I get confused or something like that, I can go back over the video also and see, oh yeah, that happened. So now we've got the long rod crank in, cases together, big bore piston on there. Does not give your size. All it says is standard. So I'm really curious as to what the actual size of this piston is. Big old gnarly cylinder, copper gasket on top. We have a lightened flywheel, some see-through covers, Give this thing a nice little spin around. We're coming up on the close of the video. I really appreciate you guys that have stuck around through this video with me. We're thinking about putting some LEDs inside the covers. Once it's in the bike, we might figure out some cool internal lighting for these, so stay tuned. This is the second blaster bottom end that I put together that night. That one's waiting on a top end. That's going on a boot bike. Dave's got a couple of more blaster rollers that he's waiting on engines for. And here we've got the cases. 3 more cases, 4 cases, all kinds of cylinders and heads, pieces, parts, bins of God knows what. You all have a great day. I appreciate it. I'll see you in the next one.